why we disconnected, but now we're back. So yeah, the question was why is Winter Cherries not that played at the moment? So Robin, you played it, so you certainly did you like it?
We're still offline.
I think...
No, it's coming back online in a second.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a little automatic delay.
Well, I think for the Burning Abyss mirror match, it's way too important to not play it. Because you just win it by discarding Winter Cherries.
Yeah.
And especially in the mirror match, it's also good if you don't hit Dante, because most of the extra decks looks exactly the same. So
true, yeah.
you just kind of...
Yeah, you can also hit like when they want to crash Beatrice, you can hit like the Pilgrim or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I do agree, in the mirror match it seems really, really good, but like in other decks I can really understand people not playing it. Like I didn't play it myself, because I did expect a lot of Burning Abyss players to side deck Fiends. And like in testing, it did happen to me like a large amount of the time where someone would special Terror Top or just special BAs, and I would go Reaper, and then they would just tribute for a Fiend, and I would still lose the game. And it's just something I was very scared of. It's very weird. Yeah. Why did you not play any Fiends, by the way?
Because I expect that my opponents are expecting that I'm siding Fiends.
But like, what is your plan for when you actually get Winter Cherried?
Well, Cattle Call was the main reason.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point. You can still go for the big guy. Yeah, that's another way. Yeah, for Eugen it's also fine, I guess, because Monarch is not that affected by Fiends.
Yeah, it's actually...
Yeah, it doesn't care.
Affected.
You can just storm
for them.
Yeah. Okay, so like it only affects like Cosmo, pretty much. Cosmo, Burning Abyss can still get hit by Majesty's Fiend in the mirror, but like, yeah.
I think I had much more problems with Flying Sea actually than Winter Blossom. I think I got Cherry Blossom like 4 times at this weekend, and still won all of the games, but against Flying Sea I lost all of them.
Well, but like Flying Sea is even worse against Fiends, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yes.
Yeah, but if there's no Fiend, it can be better, of course. Because like, you kill the Burning Abyss monsters. That's a big thing. And you can draw it later on in the game, and it can still be good because it prevents everything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Winter Cherries. I don't feel like it's a staple, but it's still really good. It depends. Do you think... Someone in chat is asking, is Majespecter, was it just like a random meta call with like a little luck? Or do you think it's a serious contender for Euros too?
Well, it didn't want just the German nationals, it also won, I think, the Belgium nationals.
Did it?
And
oh yeah,
I think,
that's true, yeah. No, that was not Majespecters though. That was
wasn't
only,
it? Just Odd Eyes, okay.
Yeah. Performopal, Draco mainly, with Ariadne.
Okay, so the South African was also with Kirin and Pumbukura.
Yeah, but I have no idea how many players they actually had. Like probably not that many. I don't think they had many. Oh, kind of. Yeah, I personally think the deck was okay. I don't know. I personally, I'm really not a fan of the Majespecter traps. I feel like it makes your deck so much more inconsistent to play that many traps, where if you draw the traps without the monsters, it's super bad. And even if you draw a Majespecter monster with a trap, your monster is probably gonna get another trap, so you have 2 traps, but you only have 1 monster to tribute. So I feel like it's kind of weird, but it did work out for him. But in general, I would not expect Majespecters to be like a huge part at Nationals. Maybe some sort of Pendulum, but like Majespecters per se, I'm not a fan of it. Also, I have another deck list open here, which is the deck list that just yesterday won UK Nationals by actually one of our CCG representatives, Jared Stone. So yeah, shout out and congratulations to Jared Stone. He did play a very interesting deck. We all know that Jared was the one who brought the quick draw Monarch into attention here in Europe. I think it did exist in the OCG before, but he was certainly the first one to play it in the TCG.
Exactly, yeah.
And he did play a version now without red layer, even completely without red layer, which I think is very interesting. Like, I personally thought that red layer was one of the best cards. But he did go without it. He did even play Dark Witch, which is a vanilla level 5, I think, that he sends together with Lazuli for Brilliant Fusion to get it back. It is not the biggest level 5 vanilla, because Jack's Knight is bigger, but it is a fairy because of rivalry. Because, of course, Prime is also a fairy. That was his reasoning behind that, because under rivalry you can still make Tiras or Durandal. So, I think that's a good choice. I don't think that the stats on Jack's Knight like matter in like 90% of the games even more. Also, people are complaining that Eugen is not saying anything.
Yeah, you keep talking. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, let's just compare. You played XYZ Monarchs too. So
yeah, I played without the Brilliant Fusion.
So what was your reasoning? Like, tell me about the differences in your decks. Why did you play Red Layer? Why did you not play Brilliant Fusion?
So I didn't play the Brilliant Fusion engine. I didn't play Escalation. Didn't play Frost Blast. Played third Eidos, 2 Red Layers, third Kurats, third Prime, and 1 Majesties. I think that's it.
So it seems like you tried to go like a little more consistent.
Yeah, like we talked about it, the Brilliant Fusion is just not needed. I mean, yeah, you can make broken plays first turn, but I tested it with the Brilliant Fusion, and in the most cases, your hand was good anyways. Not because of the Brilliant Fusion engine, just because of the other cards. The only thing is, like, if you have something like Brilliant Fusion and Kurats, you can destroy the Brilliant Fusion for free and draw something and summon an Aether or Erebus on it. Yeah. So, playing without Red Layer, I don't know, Red Layer is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's more of a space issue, really.
Yeah, probably.
He also didn't play tuning for the quick draw, so he just played 2 quick draws, no tunings. I guess that's fine. What do you think about Triple Domain? I personally think it's pretty good.
I thought about playing 2. 3 is maybe too much, but I guess it's fine.
I feel like I just feel like Domain is just something that people just they did cut it because they added an extra deck, but thinking about it, like having Domain is just having like any tribute fodder every turn pretty much.
It's like also the first time I played against it in Prague, I lost against an extra deck Monarch, and he played with Domain, and I thought like, what a retard! Why is he playing Domain?
Yeah, exactly.
With
It's
extra
like
deck?
it's like people added an extra deck and they just cut Domain because they thought it made no sense. But I feel like it's better than people think it is.
Also, I had situations where I already used Tenacity, and then had an Aether in my hand and Prime in the graveyard.
Yeah, and
so,
then you can't show Triple Domain with Pantheon, for example.
But in the most cases, you just show 1 Domain and 2 Pantheism, and the opponent will give you the Domain.
Yeah, but still. What I find interesting though is that he did play Triple Domain, but then only 2 Erebus, which is weird to me. Because like Domain would make the 3rd Erebus more consistent for sure.
Also didn't play Foolish.
Yeah, but Foolish is not a staple in my opinion. I feel like Foolish is okay if you don't play it.
Foolish is a Monarch, which is great.
For -1 though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it can also help you in the most sometimes. If you only have Pantheism in your hand, without any other spells or traps, you discard it. Search card, search Tenacity, search Stormfort for your Aether in your hand, something like that.
It can be good for sure. Yeah. I feel like Frost Blast is something that I think I would play it, to be honest. Frost Blast. It's just like whenever you don't draw it, it's just so good because it's a free send.
Yeah, of course.
And I mean, if you draw it, you still have a deck. You're playing a deck with triple Pantheism. So like, and you can pop it with Kurats. I feel like I would play
The
Frostmark.
Dark Seamorg in the side deck is also interesting.
Oh yeah, this is a real. What does it do again? It's like you banish a wind and a dark. Or
I
what?
think you can also normal summon it, and then your opponent can't set anything. So it's probably against Demise decks.
Is that all?
Hmm?
Is this effect only your opponent cannot set cards?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. But why is he playing that? How is it so powerful?
I don't know.
I don't understand that. Like, again, it needs one dark and one wind, right?
Okay, here. While face up on the field, this card is also wind attribute. You can banish one dark monster and one wind monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. You can banish one dark monster and one wind monster from your hand. Special summon this card from your graveyard. Your opponent cannot set any cards on the field. So you can.
What stats and what level is it?
It's level 7 and stats are 2,7,000.
Can you show it for domain?
No, it's 2.8.
I'm not sure.
I think domain says 2.8.
Okay.
But
That would have made at least some sense, but I don't know.
I think you can add it with Erebus because Erebus says
Okay.
4 attack or higher. But
Like he has no way to send it to the graveyard. Like,
yeah,
interesting for sure. It seems kind of random, especially because like getting a wind monster to the graveyard is not very easy.
But I think, as Eugen
Well,
mentioned, you can tribute summon it, yeah.
yeah.
You can tribute summon it, yeah. But when is it better than Erebus or Ether?
I think
And
if
play
you're
against
going
Demise,
first
it's
against the
not-
mice.
If you're
Yeah.
going first against the mice, so you play one copy.
You play one copy of this and 2 decrees
Yeah. Okay.
and Twin Twist.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I saw him win one game on stream with it, so it did work for him for sure. Extra deck, something special there. I don't know, nothing.
Maybe Heliopolis.
Heliopolis, yeah, but that's like just a tech card choice and then nothing too special. I don't think there's a specific situation where you need Heliopolis. It's just something he likes to play.
Yeah.
Other than that, he
Oh,
did
he
play
brings
the
it up through
Michael.
Aether. You can special summon it with Aether,
You can?
like Seamorg. But
Yeah,
yeah, but then it goes back to hand.
Yeah, but that makes sense. You can summon it then later.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yep.
it goes
For
back to hand.
example, you can.
Yeah, but that, it makes a lot
Ah,
more
you-
sense
and
now
your opponent turn. Yeah.
because that makes it searchable. That makes the one copy searchable. That's actually
Yeah,
that makes it a
that's
lot
good.
smarter. Like there had to be a reason like this, right? Like there was no way he was just playing one random Simorg without being able to
Yeah.
search it or something. Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
First check the prices of Dark Seamorg. Buy all and blue terminal.
Other thing, he did play Stardust Spark with the Sulkin and a lot of Floodgates, which is cool. Stygian Dirge plus Stardust Spark, Masker Restrict plus Stardust Spark, or Decree plus Stardust Spark. It's pretty good. Yeah. Solid.
It's at €5.
Get him.
In secret first.
Get him.
The good thing about Stardust Overdrive is that most people don't know. The first editions you had only on the sneaks, so the Stardust Overdrive's first editions are pretty rare, in good condition. It's interesting.
So basically, if you know you're playing against Demise, like game 2 or 3, you go first. You set up Ether for their turn, and you immediately summon Ether and bring out some more. And
Well,
You
even
can set one card though.
yeah, he can set one because he's turn player, but like
Yeah.
he has
I mean-
5 cards left in hand, so there's no way to go for Demise.
he could also summon it with escalation, I think.
Yeah, if he draws it, of course, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Ether is sending Pantism, so the chances aren't that small
Yeah.
that he gets to it somehow. Something I also find quite interesting is in Italy, I think in the top 8 they had like 4 BAs, and in UK.
No,
top
Italy
4
was won by Monarchs.
Yeah, I know, but in top 8 there were like
Oh,
4
top 8. I
BAs.
thought top 4 was 4 Monarchs. Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, 4
And in at UK Nationals there were like 3 Monarchs in the first 4 and 1 BA.
Yeah.
No Cosmos anywhere.
And then German Nationals is like Majespecters top influence. And what was German Nationals? Was 1 Majespecter, 1 Monarch, and
1 Yosenju.
1 Yosenju. And 1 BA in top 4. Yeah. Yeah, German Nationals had only 1 Monarch in top 8 actually. There was the guys that lost in top 8 was me with Cosmo. Then there was another Majespecter guy. Then there was another Pendulum guy. And one more Burning Abyss. So we only had 1 Monarch in top 8, while like UK had like 5 or 6.
I think it's quite interesting that almost no Cosmos were around in the last rounds, like except
but like I said, really, the Fire King build is really hard to play. I think that's really the main reason. Especially against decks like Monarchs and Burning Abyss, which are so hard to OTK. But yeah. Also another thing, the Cosmo Demise is something that is kind of new. We haven't touched it in the stream yet. It did win Dutch Nationals, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
Which deck?
Dutch.
No, which deck?
Cosmo Demise.
Demise.
Let me see if I can quickly find the list for that. Also, Fraser Smith top 16 YCS Providence with it. So it certainly is something to look out for. I personally think it's pretty good. What about you?
I haven't tested, but
have
it
no
looks
tested?
nice.
I think it's alright, but the build of Fraser didn't seem so great in my opinion. Like triple farm girl, still don't see the reason to play 3 of them. I think in the Demise deck you could play 2 because of the reasons he explained, but 3 just seems like wrong.
So I have Joshua's list here. First place Dutch Nationals, best name by the way. So in general, I feel like you either play Fire King Cosmo or you play Demise Cosmo. That's where I am at right now. I don't think that there's any reason to play normal Cosmo without Fire Kings or Demise. Like, I just don't see the advantage. I don't see the power behind it. Where your deck is not unfair, you know. It's like, why would you play a deck that is like, you only have 1 normal summon per turn, which is like super bad for Cosmo, and you only have 2 teleports in your whole deck, and that's pretty much it. Maybe 1 reasoning, which is like, reasoning is retarded, and like like I don't see how you can compete with that. Like, how you can rely on a deck that is like, what is the goal of normal Cosmo? What's the strategy? What do you want to do when you go first?
I don't know. I think it's like a bad version of Demise Cosmo.
Yeah, exactly. You go
basically.
tin can and then you go like, you tin can set some stuff, and then next turn you try to go off. But like, why would you not play Demise then? It's weird, but okay. He did play triple duality. I'm not sure on that. I have not tested the deck enough to say if I like duality, but in general, I feel like Demise Cosmo is a solid choice, definitely. Overall, yeah, but you always have to be like a little skeptical when it comes to Nationals. Like, Nationals is just like, it's not the same quality as the YCS, definitely not, and also not as Euros. It's like, you have to think of it.
80% casual players.
Yeah, any international event, you have like all the good players coming together, and then Nationals, you have just only the good players from the country coming, and then a lot more casuals, percentage-wise. So yeah, but I feel like the Demise Cosmo, from what I've seen, is certainly going to be a contender, especially for the people who, like I said, like maybe don't know how to play Fire King Cosmo perfectly. You know, it's maybe better for them to go Demise set 5.
Still think the card is absolutely terrible for the game.
Demise, yeah. Even though I was actually watching the UK stream because I was kind of sick this weekend. I was like only in bed watching the stream, and people were like complaining super hard about Card of Demise in chat. They were like, "Yo, the Card of Demise destroys the game and whatever." But I actually feel like it's not that terrible, right? It's like Demise, it's broken, of course, and it's not balanced, and the decks are like retarded, but the decks are also not the best decks, right? At least that's what I feel like.
Yeah, you can't play hand traps, you can't play too many monsters.
It's also just like, it's pretty much like every anti-meta deck ever. The good players and the good decks have always found ways to beat it, right?
Yeah.
It's like Mistake was retarded and unbalanced in Necros format too, but like still there was never a best deck that was not Necros, right? It's like,
Except you're playing one Mistake main and
yeah, and then yeah,
every
I know.
time against triple reinforcement.
But in general, it's just from my own experience. I don't think Demise is fair, but I don't hate getting paired against Demise decks overall. It's not fun to play against them, but I still win most of the time.
Well, I'm actually curious how strong the Demise Cosmo will be.
That's true, yeah. I'm mainly speaking of like Clifford and Yosenju, which is like only the stuff that only is Floodgate and then nothing, right? Like Floodgate and Wade, right? It's just like I've played a couple of tournaments since Demise is released, and I've played against a lot of them, and I've actually not lost a single match to them. Simply because like if you build your deck correctly and if you know how to play through back row, you should just win normally. It's my experience. So I feel like people are complaining because they don't have fun playing against it, but I don't think it's actually a big problem. It's like people just start playing Decree again, people start playing Full House and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like people are, like, Monarchs are a way bigger problem for the game as freaking Demise decks, in my opinion.
I think Pantism is the biggest problem.
It's not only Pantism, it's just the whole deck is just like stupid.
No, it's just Pantism and Thought. Also, Cosmoton is pretty broken. Just has like too many effects. You can mulligan back, you can take something back, everything in one turn, and if it's destroyed, it can even switch itself, so you can't even amnesty it.
Control your dog, Robin.
Also,
yeah,
Pantism,
it's just like Monarchs, I feel like, is so unbalanced because it doesn't have anything to do with the player. It's just like, if anyone can not brick with Monarchs and just win. That's what bothers me. It's like, but then still, I don't think it's correct to play Monarchs for tournaments, and simply because the deck is supposed to brick at some point, and like statistically, in a tournament with like 10 or 11 rounds and best of 3s, it's just maybe not the best choice to play a deck that bricks at some point, especially if you have to go through like top 64, top 32. Like I've said it, I feel like I've said it a million times during all the streams before Nationals. I just don't think Monarchs is the right choice, but still there's a lot of people bringing Monarchs, and if you get paired against Monarchs, if they don't brick, you might just lose a game that you have. You can be the best player in the world, if Monarchs don't brick, you can lose against like anyone. It's like it's weird for the format. Whereas I feel as a good player, I have more possibilities to prepare against the Mice decks. You know, I can prepare against the Mice decks, and I can make my win rate good against the Mice decks by playing well. Yeah. Unless I'm playing Monarchs, then it's not my decision. You have no opinion on that? Like, okay.
Well, there's nothing more to say about it. I already had that before Nationals at our locals. Like I lost against 11 and a 13-year-old boy playing Domain Monarchs. And you're just sitting there like you absolutely can't do anything. And they don't have to play it well or something like that. It's just like summoning first turn a Monarch, with the main can already be cause a problem.
Yeah.
And if they know how to play with a Stormforce from the Ether, it's like game over.
Yeah, it's weird. It's not that terrible though. I feel like if you want to find the best deck for yours, you have to prepare for it somehow. Personally, I think anything that auto loses to a good Monarch start is not like something I want to play at Euros. Like what auto loses to a good Monarch start at the moment? Like Burning Abyss probably.
But yeah, Burning Abyss for sure.
What do you mean with a good Monarch start?
Like if Monarch opens, not the nuts, but like normal opening where you have maybe Erebus take a card out of their hand and then have Ether Stormforth with Prime Engrave. Something like that. Maybe return, maybe not return, doesn't really matter. It's like, yeah. Anything that you would not call a break, basically.
Well, this is pretty good already. I mean, you have to play with 5 cards against your opponent just tributes anything he wants and maybe destroys cards with Kurats.
Yeah.
I mean, you can draw cards for that, but if you used your normal sum already, like we've seen in the finals of the UK Nationals, the opponent plays Tour Guides, some Graph, Tribute Graph away, some Limbic, summon another guy, and then another Aether to destroy the special summoned monster with Kurats.
Yeah, but he opened like double Ether with Stormforth in the opponent's
Yeah, but
turn.
yeah. But still.
Yeah. Yeah, but like Burning Abyss is one of the decks that just it cannot do anything against it. I feel like, but and there's other decks that can do more. Cosmo also has a big problem against it.
Yeah.
Because even if you play Fire Kings, your options are just limited per turn. Like you have a normal summon, then you have maybe a special summon off of Teleport, Viking Island, and if they have a and you cannot set up Cosmo Draw or Call if you cannot play. So it's like going second against Monarchs is just like feels bad, man.
Yeah, it really helps that we only start with 5 cards nowadays. So
Yes. It's like some of these things. It's just like back in the day, it feels weird that it was normal to start with 6.
Yeah.
Now I feel like it's the
it
same
was good
as
in the Necros format.
For example,
you wanted to go second anyways, and you had the +1.
like earlier today. I was looking through my deck list and I was seeing like Performapal deck lists, and I was looking at it and I felt like I remembered when everyone was like, "Oh, it was so hard when they hit everything." You know, they hit Luster to 1, Monkey to 1, Joker to 1, and all that stuff. And everyone was like, "Oh, that's too much." You know, you killed Pendulum, and it's just like, imagine if one of those cards was still at 3.
Yeah.
It's like, just imagine if they only put Sorcerer, Joker to 1 and Luster to 1. Just imagine we had triple Monkey board. It's like the deck would be absolutely insane. The same if we had triple Joker or if we had triple Luster. I mean, Luster maybe not so much because Ignister is not one, but like if we had
Monkey Bot is obviously the best of these.
even if we had only 2 Monkey boards or 2 Jokers, the deck would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
This is like kind of like people were complaining about it, but I feel like in that regard, like Konami actually did a pretty good job. You have to say, like,
Yeah, but it was
not,
still
it was not too hard what they did to Pendulum.
I mean, Breakers of Shadows got released, and I think 2 or 3 weeks later they hit the deck after people were buying like infinite booster packs.
Yeah, but the sorcerer is still playable. Like the deck is still
but
there.
it's about the price. It's not about the playability.
Yeah, that's true. Joker's not worth that much anymore.
I mean, it was at 50. You buy it for 50 or 40, and then it goes down to 15.
Mm-hmm.
I think like thanks Konami.
Yeah,
But it was good because of the power of the deck, but not because of the...
Yeah, the marketing aspect was weird.
Yeah.
They just hit the commons and the super, so...
Yeah, but it still had a big effect on the price of the
also, the
stuff.
Ptolemaeus was too early. I mean, everyone knew it would be banned anyways, but not 3 weeks later. People are still
People-
playing Infinity sometimes.
Wasn't he longer allowed, Ptolemaios?
He was not that relevant
Infinity got
before.
released.
Okay.
Like
In
before
Necros it was
Infinity.
relevant.
Hmm?
In Necros format it was relevant with
Yeah,
this
but
Durandal
he was
Lockwood plays.
Not that hard like with Infinity. Infinity
not
is
a
just
problem.
an
Well-
judgment with 2 level 4s. Or-
Yeah, he was in Necros format.
Three.
He was fair. I feel like he was fair. He was not unfair. When Infinity got released, he was unfair. So,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's okay to ban a card if it was out for that much and then just became unfair.
Mhm.
I think that's.
I
Okay.
agree on that.
Yeah. But overall, it's like it's been a few months. I don't really care about the monkey board hit and stuff anymore. I feel like
Yeah, because you had no cards.
Yeah, I still don't. Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like the price of a sorcerer is still super. Like 50 for a secret rare now that we have 2 secret rares per box is just retarded. I feel like. It's like, look at Winter Cherries. Winter Cherries is 30 right now or something.
Yeah, like 25, 30. It was also at 15 at the 50 at the beginning.
Yeah, but that's stupid. Like, I think Sorcerer would have gone down regardless. I think even if all the stuff would have been
yeah,
at
but
3
look at the
longer, like,
other secret rares.
Hmm?
Look at the other secret rares of the set.
I
You
don't know
have
if that, I
Green
don't
Burst.
feel like that has that big of an impact on prices. But then I'm not an expert for that right now. So
It was in Breakers of Shadows. It was fine. You have Infinity, Sorcerer, and Strike
yeah,
as the good secret rares.
yeah.
But,
What is Strike at, by the way, at the moment?
I think 30.
30. So yeah, even a good card that is still at 3 is still only worth 30.
Yeah, but that's because of the Mega Tins. Because it gets a reprint at the end of the year.
Really?
Yeah, but it's the middle of the year and before Euros, so
Yeah, but people still want to sell it.
okay.
Yeah, and like in Breakers of Shadow, you had 3 good secret rares. So you open a display, the chance is high to pull a good secret rare. And in the last edition, what's the name? I forgot it already.
Shining Victories?
Yes.
Finding Victories. I think you only have Ghost Reaper and maybe Crystal Wing. The rest is... And
Yeah,
Dark
well,
Lady.
it depends.
Okay,
Dark
yeah.
Lady.
Dark Lady,
Yeah.
Dark Planet,
Well, Planet is not that great.
Fire King
Crystal
Island.
Wings- Yeah. Full triple fight island. Good display. Thanks.
Landwalker.
Ooh.
Landwalker is insane, by the way. I would not be surprised if people start playing even 3 of it. Like the card is actually nuts. Like I feel like 2 is absolute staple from now on, from my experience at Nationals. Alright. Everyone in chat is asking, why did I play Cosmo? Why did I play Cosmo? Why did I betray the Pendulums?
Traitor.
So, it's basically, I feel like Pendulum, at least the version I made, was the most powerful deck, just in terms of strength for Nationals. Like, not in terms of, like, it was very unstable because it didn't have any protection. Like, I would have to go off and win or just lose pretty much. And, with everyone playing Max C, or like a lot of people starting to play Max C, it started to become weird. I mean, we saw it in my streams. Like, I lost so many games to Max C that was not even funny anymore. So I was looking for a deck that was powerful, right? That had enough power to be actually unfair. You know, if I can open something unfair, I wanted something that can open unfair. Or it can OTK, that can win out of nowhere, but also not be like as glass cannon, as all in as the Pendulum deck that I made. And so I came back to Cosmo with like the version. I saw it from Jake Finney. I talked about him a little bit. I talked with him about the deck a little bit after he won ARG with it. I liked his approach that he did play just a few traps still, because it made the deck, you know, not so all in, not so all in on the combo. Just like more balanced, right? Like if I get Max Seed in this deck, I can always go into Tin Can, maybe set a call or a Cosmo join is still fine. But if I don't get max seed, I can still go off and make huge fields. So I felt like it was good. And it did work out for me. I don't know if I would play it again. I would for sure change the version a little bit. I can talk about that in a second if you guys want to see my updated version. I have it on DN. But overall, it felt like a good choice for me at Nationals, and it did turn out well. So I'm happy with that I played it. What about you, Eugen? Would you play Monarchs again?
Maybe. I mean, it's fun to play. It's good.
It's fun to play.
It is fun to play. Drawing cards is cool. Just playing Stormfort and tribute everything away. Yeah, I mean, your opponent has 5 Dark Destroyers on the board and thinks he has a big dick, and then Stormfort and... I mean, the tribute 1, he still has 4, but...
5 Dark Destroyers, Stormfort 1. He's like, yo. What up?
It's like Stormfort is broken, Pendulum is broken.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun if you make good fields. It's not fun if you break. You just your turn. Oh, I survived.
My question was, would you play it again? Not your life story.
For Nationals, well, maybe Euros.
No, like, I mean, not for Euros, but like going back from what did you expect for Nationals, like...
So if I would travel back in time.
Yes, basically. But you know that what you played against and that you lost in top 64.
I would buy my glasses from Filma first, and then maybe. I don't like play Cosmo. Yeah, I would probably still play Monarch, but I would tribute some the fucking Acid Golem on the Sun. Not waiting for the fucking... I mean, he even made a mistake. He had a fucking with 3k and the blue exceeds super quantum thing, which is an MST, yeah. And I banish Pendulum and search Prime, and I think, yeah, if I set Prime and he destroys it, I survive one more turn. And I set it, and he even destroys it. And next turn I draw a Sanctum. If I would have drawn the Sanctum before and he would destroy it, I would dance.
I would dance.
It's so cool. Yeah, I have fucking and fucking MST with 1800 attack. I just win. MST Sanctum.
I would dance.
GG.
By the way, the Sanctum and the artifacts, were they good? Because Marcel was pretty complaining about them.
For like, I often drew the side instead of the Sanctum, so I can't talk about the full power. But yeah, it's nice because, like I said in the deck profile, you can destroy the side with the Cruads, even draw a card. You can destroy it with your own Twin Twisters.
If you don't break.
If you don't break. I mean, even if you break. I played against Pendulum in the Swiss rounds. I had a really bad hand. I had like Twin Twisters, Sanctum, and 3 other cards like Erebus. I could just set Twin Twister and Sanctum. And he was going for Sky Iris. And
but then you still have to draw into something for next turn, right?
Yeah, I mean, he Pendulum sum 5, I go for Sanctum, so he can't exceed. He bounced back my side with Kireen. Next turn I tribute the Kireen. I top decked, I think, Stormfort or Tenacity or something like that. Yeah. So I could tribute away his Kireen with Domain, with an Erebus, shuffle back something.
How did she survive?
He couldn't exceed.
He couldn't use his extra deck, and he had to bounce one card.
Well, okay.
It's 4 monsters that attack, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
I was left
depends
at,
which 4 monsters, but yeah.
Yeah, I was at, I think, 400 or something like that.
Okay.
And I attacked the Joker in case he has the Unicorn or the other guy.
Yeah, but how did you survive the next turn?
Yeah, he bounced back my side, and I still had the Twin Twisters because I used it because of the Sky Iris.
I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
I like it.
It's
Okay.
cool. In the worst case, you can hope that your opponent destroys it. Then you're also happy. But the bad thing is, I didn't have that much room in my extra deck. I mean, you have it open. I had 4 artifact cards, 8 hand traps, and 3 spell trap removals, negators.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. The side deck is like you have pretty much nothing for the mirror except for Veilers, right?
Yeah, Vela and Twin Twister against Domain Monarch, and maybe Maxis against Extra Deck Monarch if he's playing with Fusion.
And then also for Cosmo, there's also nothing.
Yeah, triple Maxi, double Vela.
Yeah, but against Demise Cosmo, you have like okay, I guess that.
And no one was playing Demise. I didn't even knew about the deck. I was thinking about Dark Advance for the mirror match.
What?
It's like it's a trap card. It says you target a 1000 defense and
what is it called?
Dark Advance.
Okay. I'll just open it on
yeah
on the end for people to see. I can also show my updated Cosmo.
But it didn't test it at all, so I didn't play it.
Dark Advance. During either player's main phase or battle phase, target 1 monster in your graveyard with her. Trigger your summon monster. So it's basically escalation, right? But you get the monster back.
Yeah, you get the monster back, and you don't even have to summon the same monster. So actually, you can take something like Aether and then summon Erebus.
It's a good card.
It's nice in the mirror match, but
isn't that card like interesting in Monarch in general?
I don't know.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. The problem, I mean, if you could search it, it would be broken. If it had like Dark Monarch at once. No, okay.
Alright. Yeah, everyone on screen is my updated Cosmo list right now. I did go back to double Fire King and triple Island just because my deck, the biggest problem of my deck was not drawing chicken. It was when I drew chicken I couldn't go for island. That's the main problem. It's not the dead card of chicken, it's that you just don't have the option to go for island. So I added 2 Fire Kings. If you draw 1 it's still fine. You don't need your entire hand to play. You need 3 or 4 cards to combo, so that's fine. So yeah, I did cut a call. I'm keeping the Oasis. Like Oasis is just better because of System Down in Cyber Dragon. I added another ship because I have 3 Fire King Islands. I don't want to have, like, I want to have as many ships as possible. So yeah, that's. And I cut the Maxis. I wasn't really that big of a fan of Maxi. I did some small changes in the side deck and that's it. What happened to Pendulum great again? Well, people made Maxi great again and then Pendulum was not that great again. That's the whole story, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, people are asking about the Reaper siding. Reaper in extra deck Monarchs is fine.
Yeah, of
also
course,
in the
why
pro
not?
match is fine.
Why would it not be fine?
Yeah, like in Pendulum you have something like Kirin. You just don't need Reaper.
I guess the question is if you need it because you have Stormforce for Beatrice anyways. I guess that's the question, pretty much.
It just disturbs the opponent in the first turn. You can even use it on Beatrice because you play it anyways. And it's not that, because you almost always have the crime in your graveyard and you can make a...
You can make them late, yeah, that's true.
Why I didn't play Upstart, I rather played something like a third Kurats.
That's still retarded, by the way. Don't listen to Eugen. Play Upstart, guys. Play Upstart.
It just changed...
play Upstart.
Yeah.
Jared also didn't play Upstart. What's up with you guys? It's like yeah, let's play the deck that only loses when it bricks, but like let's not play Upstart because then people are asking why didn't I play triple Delta Shuttle. I literally see no reason to play 3 Delta Shuttle. Like I in my deck profile I said you don't need Delta Shuttle for any first turn combo, actually. Like, you don't need to draw it, right? All you need to do is get it with a bigger ship from Island. Like, Island, destroy, get Shuttle, that, like, all the combos work. So, literally, you never really want to draw it, because Delta Shuttle is the only ship that if you draw it, it is only good if you have Island. Like, every other ship can work if you don't have Island, but like Delta Shuttle is just bad if you don't have Island. And like, so I don't see a reason to play more than one Delta Shuttle. I don't understand why Marvin played 3 Delta Shuttles.
I think because you play Planet.
Yeah, but is there a combo where you need Shuttle to make Planet?
I
think every combo.
During testing, we had one like where you needed 2.
Okay.
It was kind of weird hand.
That's very interesting. Maybe Marvin definitely tested the deck more than me, the Planet version for sure. So maybe there's some combo where he can only make Planet if he plays multiple Delta Shuttles. That has to be the reason. I don't see a reason why you would play multiple Delta Shuttles in the normal Fire King Cosmo.
But I think also it's absolutely needed for the Planet version.
Someone is asking, Joshua, what do you think about the new Cyber Angels?
I don't know anything about Cyber Angels.
Also, someone asked why you not play the big Garunix. The thing is that you, in some combos, you just normal sum the level 3 guy.
No, you need the level 3 for sure. Like almost every combo normal summons the level 3.
Yeah.
I think this one is the best other one because you can crash it. Like when it's destroyed, you can destroy a card from your hand. That's pretty good actually. Like if you break with like maybe Yaksha and a big ship, you can just set Yaksha, and when it dies, you can play. Like that's definitely okay. Yaksha is definitely the next best one if you want to play 2, because there's no reason to play 2 chicken. People are asking me about my top 16 match. Well, my top 16 match was also pretty weird. I played against the Zombie Monarchs. Just German nationals, things don't ask. And basically my opponent was pretty late for the game. He was not too late, but like he sat down and he just like, he was still eating because his game before was in time and stuff. And so he was like eating, getting out his stuff, and then he gave me his deck to shuffle it, and I started shuffling. And then we got a deck check, and it turned out he did forget to side back from his previous match, and because he already gave me the deck to shuffle, he got a game loss for it. The funny thing about it is that he actually he was main decking Cyber Dragons in Monarchs with 41 cards, which is like, don't ask, German nationals. He was main decking Cyber Dragons, and Cyber Dragons were the cards that were in his side deck. So it was like, it was definitely not intentional. Like he was playing against Cosmo, and the Cyber Dragons were in his side deck because when he was actually maining them. So, but like yeah, he got a game loss for game 1, and then game 2 he just bricked with, like, he was playing the weirdest deck ever. He was playing everything. He was playing Brilliant Fusion, Garnet, Uni-Zombie, Mizuki, all the stuff. I have no idea why. And he opened Brilliant Fusion and Garnet in game 2, and so I won. Like I had my hand was terrible too. I had chicken and everything, but his brick was worse than mine. So
didn't he say something like, "I never brick"?
Yeah, he was like, "My deck is so consistent. I never break the whole tournament." It's like, oh, how? Okay, deck list for Zombie Monarchs. I have no idea, man. I have no idea.
Can you?
But you can bring back Erebus with Mizuki, man. You can.
Dark at once and Majestic Spins works. Well, someone asked if you can add Majesty's back with Dark at once and then summon it. Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
About the Demise Cosmo we talked already about.
Yeah. Joshua, can I play you later? Thoughts on Jared? Yeah, we can do some random some games while we discuss actually. Like in a few minutes. It's fine. Thoughts on Jared? We already talked about his deck a little bit. Definitely huge congratulations for him. you all know I'm not a big fan of Monarchs, but it did work for him. So he actually won 10 mirror matches, which on the one hand,
that's huge.
On the one hand, the mirror match is skillful, so that's definitely a good job. But on the other hand, not bricking in 10 mirror matches is also insane. You have to get insanely lucky to do that.
You can brick if your opponent also bricks.
Yes, but like you know what I mean. Like in 10 mirror matches, everyone, even the best player in a Monarch mirror, should expect to lose at least 1 or 2 matches because he just cannot play. But especially when you're playing Brilliant Fusion, Dark Witch, Lazuli, and all that stuff, you know.
You can brick one game if you still win the other.
You get my point.
What I think about escalation, I don't know. It was weird in the beginning. I actually haven't tested. It was a bit annoying if I played the mirror match. Like, you make your plays, you know the opponent doesn't have Aether, and you just escalation, Erebos, shove attack something. But I decided not to play it.
Alintea Yo wants our thoughts on Counter Fairy. Also, shoutouts to Will for topping UK Nationals with Counter Fairy. I mean, it's Card of Demise, right? Like, what are my thoughts on it? I don't like Counter Fairy alone is just not good enough, but like with Demise, feels like anything can win.
I played Counter Fairies back then with Mask of the Mask of Darkness and Tsukuyomi.
You see, that's what I have to deal with.
Like 3 or 4 years ago, we actually played against each other. You said the deck is bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know, like Counter Fairy is just like I'm not the right guy to talk about Counter Fairy. I'm not a big fan of setting 5.
It only works if you have super rare Ultimate.
No, he played Ultimates. I saw that on stream.
Ultimate is super rare. Is just broken.
Okay,
I mean, it allows you to draw 3 cards if you play a counter rare.
So Eugen doesn't like your deck because your Artemis were not super rare. Yeah, I mean, like Counter Fairy is like really annoying to play against. But I don't think it's the best Demise deck for sure. So yeah. Why is there Eugen there?
Huh?
Emre.
Yeah.
Clean Arc best Demise deck. Yeah, Emre was playing Cleaford with only 9 traps and he was playing the Monarch spells. It's also a version. How should you lose?
The deck was bad.
I'm not gonna lie, the Stormfort was really annoying when I was testing against it. With Cosmo, at least. Because another friend of mine was also playing it, and I was sleeping at his house, and I was testing against it, and it's like, when you play Cosmo, like, Stormfort is really annoying. Really, really annoying. Without a doubt, Klee is the best Demise deck. Do you agree on that, guys?
Probably.
Actually, I'm not sure about it. Well, it depends on the Cosmo Demise, if it also counts as a kind of Demise deck or not. I think it's better than Klee and...
It's the best if you just take the monsters, because if you play a Sandry, you sometimes have to summon first, and then you can draw the monsters again, and you can't do anything with them. But in Clifford you just summon, and if you draw more monsters you can play them as Pendulum scale.
Yeah, I think Clifford is definitely better than Yosenju. Simply because the main thing I noticed when I was playing Yosenju is, like, if you draw a Yosenju in your opening hand with Demise, do you summon it first and then Demise, or do you wait?
The Yosenju, if you have one?
Yeah. It's like, do you wait and only draw 2, or do you risk discarding?
How many Yosenjus are you playing?
9
8?
or something. It's like 9 or 10. I think 9 is like maximum.
I think you have to wait.
Yeah, but it's like, why would you... Why, I don't want to wait. I want to draw 2.
Well, the question is, if you're waiting, you have nothing to discard but just had a +1. If you go, if you just summon it, then Demise, chances are there that you draw like 3 traps, which would be good, but
no, but you still cannot
you have
set
no
all.
space. Exactly.
It
And
depends on
if
the
you
rest
draw,
of
You have to draw Necro Valley and then 2, or you have to have Necro Valley already.
and if you draw like 2
Yeah,
monsters,
yeah, but like you see,
pretty
that's
bad.
one of the issues that I was just like, yeah, that's not optimal. The deck is not the optimal deck for Demise.
I think. What do you have? Like 5 spawn trap zones, 2 panel zones, a field spell, and 1 monster zone, basically.
Yeah,
So
Clifford
you
can
need-
use all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also,
but,
Tanky is actually good in Yusenju, but it's not that great.
no, it's
in
not good with
Demise
Demise
decks.
because you block your back row. It's like very
Yeah.
weird.
That's very bad.
Overall, I think the best anti-meta Demise deck is definitely Clifford. The one thing that I'm not sure about is how good is Cosmo Demise. Is Cosmo Demise maybe the best Demise deck? It might be. It might really be. Because the one good thing about Cosmo Demise is it does not give your opponent a lot of time. Like
Yeah.
all the other Demise decks usually take at least 3 or 4 turns to do 8,000 damage. And
Well, you always-
Cosmo Demise, if you have a
Yeah.
good setup with Cosmo, you can win turn 2. Like, as much as like you open Tin Can Demise, you have a Call or Oasis set, you can pretty much always win turn 2 if you block their summon, you know, you just tag out Tin Can for a big ship, call another big ship, and it's like the game is pretty much over if you go for farm goal combos, and that's very interesting in my opinion.
I think also that with Cosmoton, if you draw some monsters, you can just shuffle them back and get you
Yeah.
another chance to draw back row.
Even if you discard stuff, it can be, you can break, but you can Demise into Destroyer and have Call, and then you can suddenly play. Like, even simply having Demise plus Call is fine. Even if you discard 3 ships, it's not even that bad, because, like, even if you discard 2 cards with Demise, it's still not a minus. Like,
The
it's
worst,
basically,
worst
you
case
draw,
is if you discard only pilots.
that's bad, yes, but if you draw, but you can now normal summon all your pilots except for ladies, so why would you discard them?
Yeah, I mean, if you normal summoned already.
If you normal summon Tin Can, you don't care, though, I think.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I get what you mean. But like, even if you discard 2 ships, it's still draw 3, discard 2. It's still Graceful Charity, right? And Graceful Charity is fucking bad. It's like, it's like not that bad. Especially in a deck that has 5 to 6 Call of the Haunted cards. I think, and I really noticed that Cosmo, in some games, it really does run out of cards. Really, really hard. Like, sometimes drawing into Card of Demise would just win you every grind game. So I do feel like Cosmo Demise is certainly a top contender when it comes to Demise decks. It's certainly, if there was like an event tomorrow and I had to play a Demise deck, I would play Demise Cosmo for sure. Especially because at German Nationals I noticed, like, I actually did the combo first turn. I did it not very often with Fire King. I had a lot of games where I just went normal summon Tin Can, set Call and Cosmojo, and went from there, and it was still really, really powerful. Like, those were games I still easily won on turn 2 or 3. So yeah, certainly watch out for Demise Cosmo. It kind of sucks that you cannot play multiple Strawmans in it, I feel like, but because Strawman is like so amazing, but okay.
Yeah.
Is Dark Armored Dragon better than Joshua? Yes, it is. It is. For everyone who doesn't know, my opponent in top 8 did play Dark Armored Dragon in Phantom Knight Burning Abyss. Which is... It's bad, let's face it. It's like you make Dante first turn, oh my Dark Armored Dragon is dead now, shit, nice.
Well, it's not that easy. I think you still have stuff like Barbar and Phantom Knights.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Stop, Robin!
Because I had it like the
Stop.
evening before also
No,
in the deck.
no, stop, aus. he actually he actually lost because he had that Dark Arm turn game 2, so like.
Okay.
Jared also used 3 domain, which is probably just wrong, which I'm surprised nobody brought up. No, we did talk about that earlier, Bowden, and I actually said that I think that's really good. I feel like it's actually surprising to me that people are not using domain more often in all the Monarch builds, even without extra deck, because having domain is just like having another tribute fodder. I said it earlier. It's like, why would you not play domain in that deck? Like all you need is Pantheism, discard Prime, banish Pantheism for tenacity. Tenacity get domain.
Yeah, but for that you don't need triple domain.
What?
I mean, for that you don't need a triple domain if you.
Yeah, but if you have the tenacity for Pantheism.
Yeah, I mean, I said it also before. You can just reveal 1 domain and 2 Pantheism. And
the thing is, if you draw domain, you can go for return with the tenacity. You can show returns. You have return in addition. It's like better. The main thing is that whenever you have domain, you only need to bring up 1 tribute fodder for Erebus and Aether. And that's huge. That's what you're trying to do with your whole deck. It's what you're trying to do.
It's also reduces your Aether to level 6, and then
good,
you can go for Beatrice first.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's maybe not the correct choice to play 3, but it's definitely not bad.
I understand it. I feel like it breaks less.
Yeah.
There are other possibilities to make the deck more consistent, though. Like you can play 3rd Kuraz, you can play red layers, stuff
You could
like
play
that.
Upstart.
You could play Upstart. Yeah, that's maybe something. Eugen, what do you think of that?
1%.
What do you think about Upstart, Eugen? Huh?
In every 3rd game, you don't even play 100 games.
Eugen, what do you think about Upstart?
It's 1% difference.
The Upstart is not consistent enough. Upstart, no. Okay. Thank you, Eugen.
Ja. Du wirst sehen. Top 8 DM, ich fick dich.
Okay, so there was also Italy, right? Italy was won by Monarchs, right? Nothing special.
Yeah, XYC Monarchs with
Lorenzo
instant
lost-
fusions main.
Yeah, Lorenzo lost in top 8, sadly. So far we did not win any nationals in the team, except for like Jared is CCG representative, but like not main team.
We still have French nationals.
We still have, yeah.
nationals.
That's what I was trying to talk about. We
With
still have
Greece.
Themis and Leo.
Themis at Greek nationals. We have
Maybe Aaron at Greek nationals.
Hmm?
Didn't he say something like that?
who? Aaron?
Yeah, because he couldn't play the UK nationals.
Oh.
Euro final Eugen Joshua, that would be fine. We would both go to Worlds.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's the dream.
Eugen can use Eidos and Domain to make Beatrice. Well, that's not even wrong, you can do it. If you use the Eidos second normal sum effect, you can still sum cards from the actual.
Yeah, Eidos only prevents you from going to the actual deck when you banish it from the grave.
Yeah, that's why Eidos is
Mhm.
also better than Edea in this case, and many other cases.
Yeah.
Alpay was Dash Nets. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but he couldn't play.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might go to like Greek nationals or something. What else is there? There's Greek, French, what else? Anything else left?
Not much.
Nothing important.
Hmm.
Maybe some small ones, but
Yeah, that's what I meant, but like, I don't know. Why does he only play True Prime? I have no idea why he's only playing. I like, personally, I have not played with Quick Draw Monarchs or like Brilliant Monarchs very much, but I really like Triple Prime. But okay.
No, I'm not sad because I don't have my own remix. Fine.
You are sad. You can admit it. It's fine. Everyone is sad that he doesn't have a remix.
It would be just weird because
Let me play the remix, guys. It's okay.
at the first,
It's okay, guys.
Tournaments, it was Eugene every time. Then it was like sometimes Eugen, and then at the end Eugen. So it wouldn't be an Eugen Heidt mix.
I'm playing it. It's
Eugene,
fine, guys.
Eugen, Eugen Heidt mix.
Give me a second.
It's not that easy like Joshua.
YouTube.
Or Robin,
This is
There we go.
Joshua Schmidt from Germany, and yeah, he became third at the World Championship 2012 in Tokyo.
Yes. We absolutely don't want to have an Eugen remix. Yes, okay.
Like the whole top four.
I don't know why he's hating against me.
No, that's in the chat. I was just reading the chat.
Schmidt.
Yeah, okay.
Schmidt. Joshua Schmidt.
There's only Australian, French, Croatian, and Greek nationals.
So much damage.
Joshua.
Australia, like their Euros, like the first two players get qualified to Worlds.
Eugen, no one was listening. Now the remix is over. Now you can talk.
I think no, Australian and New Zealand, I think they have afterwards continentals, like just their nationals, and they afterwards, I think it's just one day for Australian nationals. Then on the next day they have the tournament together with New Zealand to send the two players to Worlds.
Yeah, Australian nationals is not the direct qualification. I think.
No.
Pretty sure.
What does Jared have to do to be in the actual team? Already I think fifth time. It's the same question. I mean, it's not that easy. Just take a guy. I don't know how to talk about this.
I mean, we have people in the team for different reasons, right?
Yeah.
We have players, we have people who are like media designers and whatnot. So like, yeah. Oh, they have. Wow. Australian nationals are on Saturday and Sunday, and then on Monday they have the qualification for Worlds.
Yeah.
Well, Israel had the nationals Tuesday.
Yeah, no, I think it's the thing is they have nationals Saturday, Sunday, and then they have Oceanics, which is a different tournament on the next Monday.
It's weird.
And like, how do you qualify for Oceanics? Is it like only when you go well at Nats, or is it like Euros you can get qualification
I
like
think
over
it's
the year?
They also have
offered to
regionals.
play regionals, yeah, like qualify for Euros.
So if you want to go to Worlds, you don't even have to play like nationals. You just go there on Monday.
No, you have to. You need the qualification because they also have like regionals and stuff like that.
Yes, but you don't you qualify. Do you qualify for Nats or do you qualify for Oceanics?
For Oceanics.
Okay.
Oceanics.
Yeah.
So nationals is like just like in Europe, it doesn't really matter that much.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know about Israel being a religious thing. Then you have to ask Joshua. Why are they playing at the Tuesday?
I have no idea. Just like, okay, it's just like Euros. Okay, so it's just like instead of our nationals, like where it's like nationals and then Euros 2 months later in Australia, it's just like on the same weekend. It's kind of crazy.
Weekend and the Monday after that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Grinding DN with Omega Turbo seems good. Okay.
Omega on Maxi on the second Omega.
My first Omega.
On the first?
Yeah, it's always
Yes,
easy on the first.
yeah,
Omega.
on the first, yeah. But
I mean, if they hit your maxi, GG.
Go Joe, no, yeah.
Any other special decks that topped German nationals?
German
Or,
nationals.
Get good at the German nationals, like Zombie, Monarchs, top 60.
Zombie Monarchs. How?
I think we had in Switzerland a shuttle player which was undefeated. Well, he with like 6 wins and 2 draws, something like that. He got into the tops. Yeah.
Was he playing the princess stuff?
I don't think so. I just saw like stuff like Curry Bandit, a lot of Floodgates main.
Oh. Okay. Demise Shadow.
Would have been pretty cool.
They don't get the effect when they're discarded, right?
They should get it.
Do they get it?
Who?
I think so.
Shadows.
Discard with what? You have discarded for an effect.
Demise.
You should. I think.
Okay. Yeah, Demise Shadow best deck confirmed. Oh, Jono is playing again? Nice, nice. Maybe I'll see him again at Worlds one day.
He stopped playing?
I think in between he was not playing that much, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, probably because Australia has like 2 tournaments with 3 kangaroos as the players.
Is Joshua only vice president of CCG because he has an only remix? Yes, that's exactly the reason.
Mehmet top German nationals. Dude OTK'd me 2 times in 3 minutes with Psychic.
Did he play Mallet though?
Was that the magical mallet guy?
No, I don't think he topped, no. Okay, I don't think so.
How can you even top with Mother Grizzly?
Mother Grizzly.
How's that possible? What's his plan playing Mother Grizzly?
What is the plan? Is also
Like,
don't understand.
I set this card, and the opponent can't do anything. Fuck you.
No, I think the plan is to give him a kaiju in attack, and then you crash Mother Grizzly.
Yeah, and somewhat.
Search Princess.
Prince.
Yeah, nice. Main phase 2 action.
Nice.
And the thing about Pamela's, you play Prince, you make shenanigans, then kill your opponent.
Yeah,
Doing
nice.
it in the main phase 2.
Well, maybe he had some like a weird Mulling Glacier combo that worked somehow.
Yeah,
You
nice.
can use Mullen Glacier only once per turn, so there are no crazy Mullen Glacier combos.
You crashed and you get Prince. Yeah, nice. Mallet. The game was so weird. It's like game 1. He let me go first. I was like, thanks bro. And I had a weird hand. I don't think I had a good combo. I had just like, I ended with 2 Strawmans and an Infinity and Levier, I think. Nothing too special, something like that. And a Dark Destroyer in hand. It's like, it's pretty good, but yeah. And then he just went tribute my Infinity for Kaiju. And I was like, okay, this sucks. I thought it was BA at that point. And so he went for, like, he thought for a moment and then just played Mallet. And I was like, yo, yeah, like, what is your mission? Yeah, I was like, well, what? Yeah, what's happening? And I was like, yeah, okay. So he shuffles in his hand and he draws, I think, 4. And then he shuffles his hand again and he's like, yo, like, and I'm like, yo, what's coming now? And he just plays Mallet again and I'm like, yo, why? It's like okay. And he just draws 3 and then he scoops and I was like, yo, what are you playing, bro? Tell me. At least tell me. And I was like, I couldn't cite anything. I think I just cited the 3rd Maxi because I was like, okay, maybe he goes first and he's playing Kaijus and stuff. Maybe Maxi's okay. But no, he let me go first again. And I just went tin can set 2 pass and then I had Maxi on his turn and it turns out he's like mermail, so he can't do anything against Maxi with back row. I was like, yeah, weirdest game ever.
Also, did he at least play dual terminal? No, common damage!
Where did you saw the Mother Grizzly?
No, he told me he was playing it. I didn't see it.
Okay.
The moment if your opponent sees it, you're like, Meme, set 1, your turn. What's based on card? Genesis controller, okay. Like Mother Grizzly, ha!
Yeah.
Got you.
Oh yeah, Synchro Fusionists got top 16 at German Nationals.
The deck list looked pretty solid.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
have
I
no idea.
also read
I have no idea when a Synchro Fusionist list is considered solid. Like I cannot make a difference between when a Synchro Fusionist list is good and when it's bad. But when Robin says it's solid, it has to be like at least 20% win rate or something. Everything with 20% win rate is solid in Robin's eyes. It's like Infernoid, yes, solid.
Infernoid was the best deck back
It
then.
was pretty solid.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Infernoid is good if you start with reasoning and mill like 30.
It's not needed.
You just play
Double
reasoning,
Omega
you
was-
just milled 37 cards?
Double Omega was mostly enough against Necros.
I'm not gonna start.
No.
Not again. Not like this.
I think we have too many discussions like that.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Just doesn't make sense to discuss with Joshua because like you're bringing good arguments and he's
You
just
have
saying no.
never,
you're not
never,
right.
when we were discussing, have you ever brought one good
I'm not
argument?
talking about
Eugen?
me. I want to protect the other guys. I already gave up to discuss with you. It just doesn't make sense.
You can play last arm offering. What?
I joined Schmidt
Left arm
GmbH in Turin. Yeah.
Left arm offering to search
I
reasoning.
need-
Yeah, the deck is so much better now because now you have 4 copies of reasoning instead of 3. It's like,
That's great.
that's great.
That's one more.
I remember
But,
Robin. I remember
Like
Robin
playing,
saying.
playing 4 cards of the most important, playing 4 copies of the most important cards instead of 3 is not good, but playing one more upstart to have
You can
a
shut
1%
the fuck
edge
up.
is great.
I remember when Robin was saying, it doesn't matter if they hit reasoning.
Yep.
It's way worse if they hit Rota.
Exactly.
Did you hear that,
So
guys?
And they hit
Of
both.
course.
Did you hear that? What, guys? What are you more afraid of? Are you more afraid of Infernoid opening triple reasoning or triple Rota? Or even one?
Do they even play enough normal summons for triple reasoning
Yeah.
to have a
Um,
good reasoning? Like people
I
are
think you
also
play-
playing head traps.
Like if you can choose one card in your opponent's hand, is it Rota or is it reasoning? It's like, nah, give him reasoning for sure. Like, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Good idea. Let's give him reasoning.
What does Eugen think about the new Arrow Mage support?
Okay, I'll let this. Eugen, I'll let you answer the question. Let's go. Go ahead.
The synchro is not that great in my opinion. I mean, it negates the effect. It's like I said about the other cards. They're a bit too bad. The Yang only bounces one spell or trap. If it would destroy the spell or trap, it would be great. The Rosemary, Robin's name. The Rosemary. If it would prevent your opponent to activate any kind of effect, not just spell or trap, it would be great. But that's only negate, not destroy. The synchro is okay. The tuner is okay. I think it's not enough to make it
Great.
good enough to compete with the other decks.
I just want to know if Joshua would choose either an Eugen or a Robin token. It's like
I mean,
you have
if
to
the
change.
question is Eugen token,
Yeah,
or
the
if
question
it's
is always the
it's
same.
the other.
They're always asking Eugen token or something else, and I always have the same answer. I would never want an Eugen token because Eugen's head does not fit on a token.
Yeah, would you like to choose A Eugen token? I take B. I take yeah.
Yeah. Do we want Eugen or the other one?
What does Eugen think about familiar possessed? What? Let me Google that.
I think that's. I know that. Oh, timed out to do inactivity again.
It's this 1-850 guys, right?
Is it the card or just an incest thing?
It's just
I don't
this.
know. I just don't know.
Those guys.
Says Außer. Oh, that's actually a card. Okay, let me read
it's Winamax material.
Oh yeah, that's.
It's not even giant card material. It's just Winamax.
No, just no.
And it's not even. It doesn't even win the map. It's only like top 8 Winamax material. If you're lucky, maybe top 4. Straight fire, Eugen is getting roasted. Win a tin.
You don't even get the participation prizes.
No, you don't.
You register the deck list? No.
Yeah, but
12 euros, yeah, but...
no. Hinten anstellen. Yeah, I remember someone sent me a list with it. It was like a secret village stun deck with Demise and these guys. I have no idea why these guys were in there, but it was like that. Eugen remix or Robin remix. There will never be a better remix than the Joshua Schmidt remix, so there's no reason for any other remixes.
Table 500 next to Nadia. It was like in, I think Milan, when I started 1-2.
Solid.
And I was, I think, like table 500, and my opponent was playing Noble Knights, and I looked to my left, Noble Knight Hero. I looked to my right, Noble Knight Hero, and I'm thinking like, what the fuck?
Noble Knight to your left, Noble Knight to your right. You're playing against Noble Knight. Table 500 meta.
I don't want to live in this world. I mean, he starts with the Exceed guy and 5 equip spells and maybe 1 card in hand. I think he's the biggest guy in this. What can you do? And I like Castell, shuffle back the negating, the not destroying card, Shadow Fusion, construct, attack for +5. Okay.
Best deck, Noble Knight. But I cannot even complain, like at the same tournament I started 0-2. Good
the hilarious samurai feature
time.
match.
Best tournament in my life.
I almost came back. I went 5-2 and then I lost. So close.
Noble Knight table 500 meta, but they also have to play Magical Cylinder. Yeah. Then you
Yeah,
can
of
only
course.
have 4 equip spells. Yeah, or Stormfort. We didn't have. Did we play Stormfort in Milan?
Maybe sided. No, we didn't side it in that. That was only in.
I think we played it in London.
Yeah, but with the artifacts, but in
Yeah, but
Milan,
then we got
didn't
the
play it.
El Shadow Fusion and the Construct, so no Stormfort anymore. Madrid was a good meta.
But
Sanctums were great.
It was good, yes.
Emptiness was a bit annoying.
Emptiness was cool.
Yeah, Super Poly is great if you can.
Shut up.
Ah yeah, Joshua lost against Asians with 6 Samurais.
That's what I just said. Are you retarded?
Okay, I did hear it. Yeah, okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm the nigger again, yeah.
You see that the streams where we do it together are always funnier than the normal ones. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. So.
And we didn't even have a gameplay in the
No.
background. I mean, we're just talking.
Yeah, it's so funny. We can play. Let me see. Yeah. Eugen, do you want to play?